Hi all. See this particular problem which appeared in the year 2016, which talks about that a finite series, right? But only in that finite series we have some issue, okay? So what that issue? See that the function in the denominator, right? It's a very big form, right? So we are cannot do that, right? Only one step is there. We can apply log and all that, but that also very complicated in that particular problem, right? So how should I do? Let's go ahead and assume that angles first, right? So here we'll assume that angle A. And we just consider that angle A is equal to sine pi by 4 and k pi by 6, so that we don't have to write it again and again. That's the only concept. So pi by 4 plus k pi divided by 6. We consider that B is equal to again pi by 4 plus k minus 1 pi by 6. Okay, that's it. Now you can easily observe that the angle A minus B is definitely equal to pi 4 get cancelled. So we'll have that k pi by 6 minus k minus 1 pi by 6. Obviously that gives me pi by 6. That's it. So that's the only information we have, right? Now let us consider that given summation, right? So let's go ahead and consider that in my case, AC is equal to summation. K is equal to 1 to 13. 1 by sine A sine B. That's it, okay? So that's the problem, right? Now here we can understand that here the limit is from k1 to 13, and in this term k is not present, like we are not able to visualize that. But actually k is inbuilt through A and B, right? That's it. Okay, now see that here we'll apply some important phenomena, right? What's that? We'll multiply the denominator and numerator by 1 by 2. Okay, so that's it. So let's go ahead. So therefore we'll say that this can be easily written as summation of k is equal to 1 to 13. I write it as 1 by 2. Here I wrote 1 by 2 sine A into sine B. That's it. Now if I write 1 by 2, it will become 2 in the numerator, right? So that 2 can be taken common, right? So this half will go up, so it's 2 and came out, right? So that's the step. So therefore it gives me that 2 times of summation of k is equal to 1 to 13 1 by 2 sine A sine B. That's it. Now notice carefully. If we have that A minus B is equal to pi by 6, right? So from this line, we can easily conclude that, right? That what is the value of sine A minus B? So we can say that sine A minus B in this particular problem is equal to half. So that's why this half, we can easily change it by sine A minus B. So this is the tricks for this problem. So let's apply that. K is equal to 1 to 13. Sine A minus B divided by sine A plus B. That's it. Now obviously we know that sine A minus B can easily expand with the sine A minus B formula. So let's do that. So therefore we can say that the function summation S is equal to summation K is equal to 1 to 13 sine A minus B. So let us expand that. So we'll get it as sine A cos B minus cos A sine B divided by sine A sine B. That's it. So now look that if I divide that denominator and numerator, right, that sine A term cancels, so we'll have that cos B by sine B, and the other side it is sine B get cancelled, so we'll get cot B minus cot A. So I just directly write that now. So it gives me that cot B minus cot A. That's it. Now see that. What is my cot B and cot A? Now obviously we need to use this important line, because otherwise that if I don't use that, right, obviously then we don't have to get this summation, right? So now we'll choose this assume condition. Now why we assume? It's actually assumed to make this calculation very easy, needful. Otherwise see that you have to write again and again those values, right? That's why. And I just now I only notice that, see, I missed that sign A here. So obviously that angle must be in here, right? So let's put that formula here. So that's imply that we are having summation k is equal to 1 to 13 cot B, that means cot of pi by 4 plus k minus 1 pi by 6 minus we have cot of pi by 4 plus k pi by 6. That's it. Now, obviously our job is to expand this, right? So now let us expand the summation where we have. That means I will substitute k equal to 1, k equal to 2 up to k equal to 13, okay? Obviously not all term will require first few terms. Let's try it. Try to write that first few term. So therefore the first term will be 2 times, okay? So I just write that I don't want to continue this 2. So I write 1 by 2s, okay? That's it, because otherwise again I have to write that 2 again and again, right? So that's why I keep it in the other side. Whenever it's required, I will take to the opposite side. Let's go ahead. So that implies that we are having that summation. So first term, okay, cot, just write cot here. If I substitute k equal to 1, we see that it's pi by 4. The next one will say that it's pi by 4 plus pi by 6, right? Whatever may be the value. So let's go ahead. So it will give me that cot pi by 4 minus cot pi by 4 plus pi by 6. Now substitute k equal to 2. If I substitute k equal to 2, we'll get it as cot pi by 4 plus pi by 6 minus cot pi by 4 and 2 pi by 6. That's it. Now last, write down the last term. So that means we are now substituting 13. So 13, if we substitute, we'll get it as cot pi by 4 and 12 pi by 6. Don't write it as 2 pi, because then it doesn't mean anything, okay? So it is 12 pi by 6 minus cot of pi by 4 and 13 pi by 6. Okay. Now see that if I observe carefully, right, this series, right, see that second term of the first thing, right, will be cancelled by this. So obviously similar way, this one will be cancelled by the third term, right, in such that all the terms in between will be cancelled. So what will be left? The first term and the last term. So therefore 1 by 2s can easily be now written as cot pi by 4 minus cot pi by 4 plus 13 pi by 6. So that's the answer, okay? But see that here we don't get any answer matched with that. So obviously we need to recalculate these values. So what should I do? We can easily calculate that by expanding these angles by that cot x plus y formula and all that stuff, right? So let's go ahead. So first we concentrate about this 1 by 2s now. So now that cot pi by 2 is actually equal to 1 minus cot of, if I add them together, see, we are having 24 as actually the LCM, right? So let's see that. So we'll have 24 is the LCM. We'll have 6 pi and 42, so 58 pi. So now this line I just changed that because you can easily divide it by 2. So it will become as 29 divided by 12 pi. Okay. That's it. Now this 29 divided by 12 pi can easily be written as cot pi and 29 divided by 12. So that will be gives you that 2 pi. So 2 pi minus 5 pi, 24. Yeah, 2 pi plus 5 pi by 12. See that 2 pi plus 5 pi by 12. So that gives me that 1 minus cot of 5 pi by 12. Because 2 pi plus theta for trigonometric thing, it is always in the first quadrant, and in the first quadrant every value is positive. So cot 2 pi plus theta is actually cot theta. Now we have to get that 5 pi by 12. That is also need to be calculated. So now observe that this can be easily written as 1 minus cot of pi by 6 plus pi by 4. Yeah, that's correct. So it's pi by 6 plus pi by 4. Now we need to apply the cot formula. Okay. Now generally cot formula we don't able to remember it, right? So let's try to calculate the tan one first, right? So let's calculate that what is the angle tan pi by 4 plus pi by 6. That's definitely equal to tan pi by 4 1, tan pi by 6 is 1 by root 3, and we'll have that 1 minus 1 by root 3. If I multiply both sides by root 3, we'll get it as root 3 minus 1 plus 1 and root 3 minus 1. Okay. So therefore we'll say that cot of pi by 4 plus pi by 6 is definitely equal to the reciprocal. So root 3 minus 1, root 3 plus 1. So that's why we'll multiply both sides by root 3 minus 1. So root 3 minus 1 whole square divided by 3 minus 1. That gives you that 3 plus 1 minus 2 root 3 and divided by 2. That gives you 2 minus root 3. That's it. So now we are able to calculate that what is that cot pi by 6 pi by 4 or cot pi by 12. These things are calculated here. Now let's substitute that value here. So therefore we'll get it as 1 minus 2 plus root 3. That's imply that we get it as root 3 minus 1. And that's why the required summation is equal to 2 times of root 3 minus 1. And that's it. So that's the final answer. So in that case, right, obviously you see that option C is the correct answer. So it's an advanced problem and appeared in 2016. So that's why it's a little bit lengthy as obvious, right? So that's it. Hope you understood the tricks and how to go ahead and solve this advanced problem in JEE. Thank you.